The mystery machine drives through the fog of Louisiana, the bayou creeping ever closer upon them. Legend says a swamp monster lurks on this road, and our heroes might find it to be more real than fiction. Welcome to Mysteries in the Machine.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Ethan.
And I'm Mats.
Back. Oh no! He's stuck in here without us even knowing. Oh my goodness!
Did I fuck up?
You scared me.
Yes, listeners, welcome back to the first guest of the show.
Whoops.
Mats.
Sorry.
It's okay. I have a little bit. I act as though this person is coming into the machine to join us every time now.
Fair. Cool.
but instead you frightened us, and now we cannot move any closer to you. We cannot.
Now Mats is the swamp monster.
Yes, the real monster is the guest that we made along the way.
Exactly.
Abby just messaged me that she can hear us, or she can hear me, and that I'm nuts.
Well,
correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, we have the original The Swamp Mats here today.
Yes.
You've heard of our friend Haley, who's a bog witch. Well, Mats is the swamp monster.
Yes.
The swamp monster.
That's great.
Nice.
Be right back. Changing Mats' Discord name to the Swamp Monster.
We can't do that yet because
I know.
It's holiday season.
It is holiday season currently. It's fine. Later.
When we start the eventual Mysteries in the Machine Discord, we will all have monster nicknames. I think that's going to be a requirement.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay? I'll probably be like Charlie the Robot.
I'll be Ethan from the Black Lagoon. I think that's a great one for me.
There you go.
And I think we just found mine, so...
The Swamp Monster. Yep. We love that.
Well, Mats, I would love it if you would reintroduce yourself to the podcast. Tell us who you are, why you're here, your pronouns, and how you chose this episode that you totally had so much choice in.
Yes. Hello, I am Mats. My pronouns are he, him. Why am I here? I was invited, and I like basketball.
Okay.
Basketball.
Mats, do you follow any like NBA teams here in the States? Does Norway have a professional league or?
I mean, we have a league. It's probably not professional, and I definitely do not follow it. Okay. I am a New York Knicks fan.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard to follow like properly when like the early games on most days start at like 1 a.m. your time. It's
yeah.
Although I am considering starting an NBA League Pass subscription so that I can watch games on demand.
Sure.
Sorry, when you said basketball, all my brain could think of was the High School Musical lip sync thing. Basketball. We love basketball. Anyway.
Charlie, get your head in the game.
My brain will never forget about this.
Though, fun fact, High School Musical was my bi awakening. So love that for me.
Nice.
Yes, Chad Danforth's hair
Correct.
is all we needed.
No, you're right. That's the whole thing. Well, I mean, not just his hair, but like him, just Chad as a whole.
Yeah. The widest name for,
Listen, I don't care. Corbin Blue is my man, and I love him so much.
I mean, I do not blame you. I blame the writers for giving him the widest name.
That's fair. That is completely fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. He's incredibly attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do we remember how this episode got chosen for Mats? Because I don't remember.
Neither do I.
In our
Can you look through our group chat, I guess?
Mats, did I message you separately about this? Did I ask you?
I think I just picked this one because I like basketball. Like, I saw that there were Harlem Globetrotters episodes, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's probably somehow how it came about. I just cannot find the evidence for choice. I'm not gonna lie.
That's okay. Mats likes basketball. That's enough. So Charlie, before we jump into the episode, let's discuss what we know about the Harlem Globetrotters, if anything.
I learned about them from Scooby-Doo.
You did not know about them before this?
I think I'd heard the name, and I was just like, okay, basketball. I don't care about sports. Next.
I think maybe one or two of them came to my elementary school one time.
That's
to
cool.
like talk about bullying or something.
Nice.
I don't remember exactly what happened. Let me see. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole right now. But yeah.
Okay, I need to know more about the Globetrotters and their history, and existence. Because all I know is
their whole thing is that they're technically not a officially recognized basketball team professionally by the NBA. Because what they do is more akin to the WWE than actual basketball, in the way that, yes, they're still performing all these things, but it's not to win a game. It's just to entertain people in a different way, with trick shots and other things like that. So,
and I did not get that from how Scooby-Doo portrays it. Because I was like,
I mean, they still play games. They still play games, in quotes, against opponents, but they do what happens at the end. That's essentially how a Harlem Globetrotter game goes, with the shenanigans included.
Yes, so many shenanigans. We'll see if this can beat our new top, which was the previous episode, at 39 shenanigans.
That's so many shenanigans. That's almost a shenanigan every minute.
Oh my god.
It is.
Yeah, Mats, that's one of the new things we're doing this season, is a shenanigan counter.
That's incredible. I love that.
So basically anytime something is super cartoonish that happens on screen, it goes on the counter. It's just this is something that cannot happen in real life.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to find out what the count is for this episode.
It's gonna be up there. The ending definitely helps its case, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. What are you looking at, Charlie?
Sorry, I was just going on the Harlem Globetrotter page instead of scrolling down, and then I saw Chadwick Boseman on this list for the draft.
What?
Let me look into
Rest
this.
in peace, Chadwick Boseman. What is he doing with them?
Yeah.
I'm so very confused. It just says it's one of their draft picks, I guess.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of people on this list, but Chadwick Boseman's name was the last one, so that's the one. I was like, what?
That's crazy.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so what I'm reading is their draft is a way for them to like honor people that they think like deserve some sort of accolades. So like it doesn't include just basketball players like a normal draft would, where like normally if a team drafts somebody, it means they'll be playing for them at some point.
Yeah.
But for this, it's more honorary.
Like a bunch of these are sports people, but then you go a little bit farther, and there's like Kevin Hart, Gal Gadot.
Right. Ew. Anyway, but it's basically their way of giving people their version of like an honorary spot on the team because of whatever good they've done for the community or things like that.
There are 3 women on this notable drafter list. Sorry, I was like, I'm gonna count that to see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so they exist. They're not a real basketball team, but they're a real basketball team at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will admit, I don't know a lot or really anything about the Harlem Globetrotters other than the fact that 1, they're a basketball team, sort of, and 2, Wilt Chamberlain used to play for them for like a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the list of retired numbers here. Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain's on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's
Mark
very...
Haynes, pronounce that? Fred Curly Neal, Charles Tex Harrison, Hubert Geese Osby, Meadowlark Lemon, Sweet Lou Dunbar, and Goose Tatum.
Some of these people are actually in this episode, so...
Yeah, I was going to say several of which are people in the episode.
Curly's in here, Meadowlark's in here. So.
Are they played by any of those people? No.
I think we'll find out.
Probably not.
I don't believe any of them are. Because guess what? Guess what these characters that are in this Scooby-Doo episode are actually from? A Harlem
Globetrotters cartoon.
The Harlem Globetrotters cartoon produced by Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, right.
Because they wanted to give every IP a cartoon in that day and age, I guess.
Yeah, it had 2 seasons with 22 episodes. From 1970 to 1971. Our main characters were Meadowlark, Curly, Geese, Gip, Bobby Joe, Pablo, and Granny, who is not in this episode.
No.
Yeah. I want to know what that is.
We'll have to look that up later. But
Globetrotters.
Oh my god, there's a movie about them?
Yep.
Why?
1951, there's a feature film starring some of the Globetrotters.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they play basketball for more entertainment than competition.
Yeah. And there's a prequel film?
I'm sorry?
It's Go Man Go. It says a prequel starring blah, 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 blah. But the
Sidney Poitier? What? There's no... Wow. Okay.
And then there's a documentary from 2005, Harlem Globetrotters, the team that changed the world.
That I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel L. Jackson and Barack Obama were in this. Also,
yeah, they're fans.
Paul II.
Why is the Pope in there?
He's an honorary Globetrotter. Apparently.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, they have a whole list of like them in media, but like, you know, the thing to focus on is the Hanna-Barbera of it all.
Yes.
This is very interesting. I do love their outfits though. I think they're very iconic.
They have not really changed their outfits since the team started, I think.
Yeah, it does say like primary outfit, and then there's a secondary outfit, but like the primary still looks the same in this episode with like the striped shorts.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Did we want to talk about this episode, or are we just like, you know?
This is the Harlem Globetrotters episode.
Listen, the bullshit is bound to happen to start with. That's just how it goes.
Let's just have 3 white people talk about the Harlem Globetrotters another hour.
Yeah, that's a great idea. 3 people who know nothing about the Harlem Globetrotters read their Wikipedia for 5 minutes.
I mean, honestly, that does sound like a concept for a podcast. Honestly, probably is.
I think that's just the basement yard.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So the ghostly creep from the deep. Once again, clock it on your bingo cards, my friends. Fred has gotten us lost, as always.
Classic.
There's a fog, just like we had a few episodes back, and we're in a swamp. So, Fred, are you even on an actual road? Because this road just kind of leads into the water. So, I want to know what map he's reading.
I mean, he may not be reading a map at all.
Well, this is not. I don't think they had. Did we discuss if they had GPS back then?
They didn't.
I'm pretty sure they did not. So
I don't think GPS was commercially available to most people until like the 2000s.
Yeah, probably not. But of course, we're in the swamp. There's spooky fog. Immediately, we're scared by everything because it all looks terrifying. I particularly love this just dead tree that looks like a ghost. This is some Snow White shit right here.
Real. Right. So they're asking Scooby and Shaggy to look around, and they don't see anything. So Fred's like, look out the back. And because the fog is so thick, they only see headlights.
Yeah.
But they don't think it's headlights.
Nope.
Yeah, they look kind of menacing. So obviously this is the swamp monster.
Yep.
The swamp monster is after them. It will be after them for the first, 15 minutes of the episode, it seems. We're just going to talk about
There are shenanigans related to the swamp monster that will come up later, but...
Oh, absolutely. So then
actually, before we keep going, full disclosure, I watched the YouTube video that I watched was basically this episode split into 9 videos, but so it was the full episode, except for part 2 was actually part 3. Part 3 was part 3. Part 4 was part 4. Basically, part 2 does not exist. There was a roughly 5-minute part of this episode, from the 6-minute mark to the 11-minute mark ish, that I straight up did not watch.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Yeah, it was. So if you anything that between, I don't remember where part 1 left off, but by part 3 Shaggy and Scooby were stuck in a log.
Okay.
That was where I started off again.
You were just like, oh, what? Huh? Okay. That's Scooby-Doo for you. That's YouTube for you, honestly.
Yeah.
For real.
So we go to this swamp monster, which is actually the Harlem Globetrotters bus. I love their bus. It's also very themed with, their whole red, white, and blue thing, the stripes and everything. It's very cute. Right. So they're just... Curly's driving. Meadowlark is supposed to be giving them directions.
Great job he's doing.
Yeah. Shortcut turned out to be the longest cut in history.
That's what they say.
Honestly, I was kind of wondering if Fred is one of those people who are like, I know where we're going. I don't need a map. It's fine. It's totally cool. And then gets them lost every time.
He would. See, it's things like that want me to think Fred is straight, at least in some iterations.
Yes.
Because only a straight man would refuse directions.
I know. I was just thinking that.
I think it's also just he was raised this way. He was raised to be this well, cis white man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Regardless of his sexuality, he is also still a cis white man.
Yep.
This is
we
true.
Especially don't ask for directions.
I'm better about it than some people, but it does hurt my pride sometimes if I have to do that.
Ethan, if you want to celebrate Pride, you must ask for directions.
There you go.
Also, I think this is the first time there is a mention of Christopher Columbus Meadowlark for some reason.
No, I think that's just them saying, like, calling him that because he's navigating, but I could be wrong.
But this is not the last time that will come up in a Globetrotters episode.
Great. Which, like, Columbus was a terrible person, so, like, but
yes, but this was also this was the 70s, where like, you know, the propaganda is still very strong.
Yeah, they weren't thinking about that sort of thing at this time.
Yeah, so that does become a bit of a weird gag of like, he can find anything, obviously, just like Columbus. So they're gonna follow.
Though Columbus famously didn't find what he wanted to find.
Right? I feel like there's an irony here. Just a little bit.
There definitely is. But Fred crashes the mystery machine into the swamp. There's a pirate ship, apparently.
Oh, I was going to say, the Globetrotters are going to follow the gang because they're like, oh yeah, obviously they know where they're going. So, like, unless they're lost. But no, who would be dumb enough to get lost in a place like this? The irony here. Yeah.
Yep.
So the cars just keep going faster and faster until they end up in the water. Yikes. Yeah. Basically, we crashed into the water. It's not a good time today. And it's also the fact that, like, when the Globetrotters crash next to them, they're like, we're never going to follow you guys again. Like, this is... What's up with this, guys?
Okay,
come on.
It was y'all's mistake to follow them. Like...
no one should ever follow Fred.
Yeah. I mean, then again, they don't know that he's, like, notorious for getting people lost.
True. Yeah. We did have our first mention of the ghost pirate ship. And we're like, it's nothing. Don't worry about it, guys. Whatever. It's off in the distance. Not gonna hurt us. So the gangs have met up.
Yes.
And we're still mentioning a swamp monster, but it's all there is an owl hooting. So, like, there's nothing to be afraid of, guys. It's just a spooky, foggy swamp. And there's an inn over there. So let's go get warm, figure out maybe some directions to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Also, two of the Globetrotters sit on an alligator. I think that...
That's our first shenanigan.
Yes.
I think that is our first shenanigan, where they just sit on an alligator and don't notice it until it starts to get up.
Okay, so we know that it's Florida now, right? That's...
Yes. Well, I mean... yeah, we could say it's Florida.
They mentioned they were going to Miami.
Yeah, okay. We're in Florida.
Florida.
Well, your girlfriend's a Swiftie. It's bound to happen.
It really is. Mott's, if you didn't know, there's a Taylor Swift song about Florida.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go to this inn. Everything is going to be fine. Shaggy and Scooby are, of course, still scared by this ghost pirate ship in the distance. They can't see anybody sailing it, so that scares them even more.
Yep, that's... Yeah.
Like, we gotta go back. We gotta leave. Turn around. It'll be fine. But again, no one is, like, worried about the ghosts. I love how
Meadowlark's trying to gaslight them.
Yes, that's all that Meadowlark does all the time. He's always trying to gaslight everyone, especially Curly, which is why Curly's my favorite. Because he's
dumb.
He's just a little guy.
They have an actual little guy, though.
Yeah, but, like, Curly's has got little guy energy. There's a difference between physical little guy and mental, emotional little guy.
We'll have to take it up with Ray. I don't know how you categorize that.
I don't know the rules.
Yes. There are
Neither do I.
There are in fact rules. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
So Meadowlark's just like, there's no such thing as ghosts. We're all fine. Curly is looking at the ghost pirate ship in the distance like, nope, I'm not seeing it. I don't believe it. It's fine. I'm gaslighting myself now. Thank you very much. I love the part where Daphne's like, the fog's gonna take the curl out of her hair. And then Curly's like, me too. And,
what is it with bald people being nicknamed Curly that show up in Scooby-Doo?
That's a joke, though. Like, in general. I don't know about Scooby-Doo in particular, but that's the joke.
Well, first was the Three Stooges, and now this.
True.
Okay, so this is something that's happened several times then.
Yes, it has.
one of the guys on the Three Stooges, his name is Curly. He's also bald. But yeah. And then the gang is talking about like, what if our cars are in quicksand? They're probably like already gone into the quicksand by now if they are. And so Meadowlark is like, shit, my ball is in there. My lucky ball. You know, I'm a basketball player. We're very superstitious. I need this ball. I'm going back for it. It's gonna happen. Who's coming with me? And of course Shaggy and Scooby are afraid out of their minds. So they're going in the opposite direction of the inn. And apparently now they have volunteered. So
yep. This is where we're at. Though, Charlie, you bring up the topic of superstition. I mean, a lot of athletes are superstitious.
Yeah.
But and Mats, I don't know how much you follow baseball.
Not at all.
Okay. I think baseball is the most superstitious professional sport.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Every fan base, regardless of sport, has superstitions.
Yeah, I know that.
But I think baseball has the most out of any that you'll find.
That sounds right based on what I've heard, even if I don't follow the sport.
Yeah. I mean, I don't follow baseball super closely because I think it's boring. But
it is.
Listen, Charlie,
it's all the baseball fans listening.
Yeah, all the 3 baseball fans that are listening to this.
See, out of all sports, baseball's the one that I've watched the most.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Is your dad a big baseball guy, or?
My dad's more of a football guy, but like one of our like local teams like that we would go to, they had like theme nights and everything. So we would go often to the games.
Okay, so that's probably a minor league. It's probably a minor league team.
It was a very minor league team, but like I have merch from them. I have plush of the mascot. I have a signature of the mascot on a baseball cap. So
love that for you.
Nice.
What's the name of the team, Charlie?
The Brockton Rocks. So
wait, hold on. Okay, minor league baseball mascots are fucking amazing. So what was the name of it again?
The Brockton Rocks. ROX.
Brockton Rocks. Okay, I gotta see this mascot. Is he a kangaroo?
He's a kangaroo. He's a boxing kangaroo. His name is KO.
Amazing.
I love that.
Does it have anything to do with the team name? No, it does not.
No. I mean...
Also,
well, he's going to rock you. I don't
know. I guess he's going to rock you. He's going to rock your socks off.
I guess.
But
there's boxing gloves in their logo. I don't know what's happening.
Don't worry about it, Ethan. Also, this team went from being like the lowest of the minor leagues to transitioning to a college team specifically. I don't know, but it did transition, and all the colors changed like in semi-recent years. Because when I was a kid, the colors were like brown and green, and then they changed to like red, white, blue, which is the most boring thing.
Yeah. I thought they were going for like a Boston Red Sox vibe, but I could be wrong.
No, that's the Paw Sox.
I'm sorry. What?
The Paw Sox. The Nantucket or something. I think. It's another Massachusetts team.
Okay. I'm looking. Okay. Is their mascot's a polar bear?
Yes. Don't worry about it. That's why they're the Paw Sox.
Okay, sure.
Well, it's Pawtucket.
Pawtucket.
Pawtucket, Rhode Island, Paw Sox.
Amazing. Anyway, it wouldn't be Mysteries in the Machine without tangents. Let's go find this basketball.
Yeah, we had to have the tangents before we have the shenanigans.
Correct. Because this is where the shenanigans really start to pick up, I think.
I think I would also count Scooby and Shaggy being so scared that they like run into Meadowlark.
Yeah.
Potentially a shenanigan. Because they hear a spooky voice, which, you know, keeps happening. We keep hearing a spooky voice, and then we see the spooky man in the bushes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
this man looks like a combination between Gargamel and the Dungeon Master from the D&D cartoon.
I buy that. I fully buy that. This is Swampy
Moss,
Pete.
do you know who Gargamel is?
I don't think so.
Okay, he's the antagonist from the Smurfs. He's an evil lizard with a big nose.
That's so funny. I love that. Yeah, no, I'm not big on the Smurf lore.
I've only seen the first live action Smurfs movie, and that's how I know who Gargamel is.
Hell yeah.
That's completely fair. Though, and that's where you saw Jonathan Winters in something. Because he was Papa Smurf.
That's right. What? We mentioned this already. He was, in fact, Papa Smurf. But that's, once again, still technically never seen him in live action.
No. Jonathan Winters was a previous guest on the show, Mats.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a comedian who like inspired Robin Williams. So
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. This Mats, if you were not at all aware, this Scooby-Doo show is just celebrity guests and cartoon guests. That's all it is.
Correct.
Sounds
That's
right.
His whole shtick.
The entire vibe of the show.
Anyway, we've got Gargamel over here trying to scare them.
We don't know why. The kids haven't even seen him yet, so they don't know what's going on. But Meadowlark, Shaggy, Scooby find the buses, are okay. They get the ball, or Meadowlark gets the ball while Shaggy and Scooby are watching everything outside. And then they get spooked, and then they're in a log.
So that was what happened during those 5 minutes that I missed.
Yes, that's what happened. Yeah, last time on Dragon Ball Z, that is what you missed.
Basketball Z.
Exactly.
Do we count going in the log as a shenanigan? Or
I mean we can, but I think everything that happens after that
is
at least one.
At least one, maybe several. So they're stuck in a log now, and they're trying to figure out how to walk or like function because we cannot get out of this log. So they have scared Meadowlark, who's come back out. They got scared by him for a moment, and then they scare him. And it's an all-around bad time for everyone. So he's running away.
Right. Because Meadowlark thinks they're the swamp monster. They think he's the swamp monster. It's just a whole mess.
But then they figure out, oh, it's just Meadowlark. So they say his name, and he gets even more scared. Like, oh shit, it knows my name. Get the fuck out of here. So that's a shenanigan, at least.
That's one or two shenanigans, depending on how you want to define it.
Them getting scared from him, and then them subsequently scaring him. 2 shenanigans. There you go.
You got it.
So then the gang has now just met Swampy Pete, who's trying to scare them away. When Meadowlark comes to them and is like, I'm being chased by the swamp monster. It's got Shaggy and Scooby. I don't know what's going on. We gotta run. And now Shaggy and Scooby have gone out of control. They can no longer walk with their hands. So they just go inside of the log all the way. Sure. So there's just a log after everybody. They're all terrified of it. And then the subsequent shenanigans of like everybody either tripping over this thing or going underneath the log.
Yeah, either you're tripping over it or it's running over you.
That's what keeps happening.
Or I guess Fred, Daphne, and Velma jump over it, but...
So I think it's like 3 sequences of that.
Yeah.
So I would count that as 3 separate shenanigans.
I would also count that as 3 separate shenanigans.
And then finally the log breaks open and Shaggy and Scooby are let out.
Oh wait, that was where the part 3 started. I missed the whole log shenanigans.
You missed the log rolling shenanigans?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, no. It's one of the best parts.
One of them. I think the basketball game has better shenanigans, but we'll get there.
True. Yeah, so Shaggy's like, oh, look, Fred's here. All 3 of them.
Yeah, definitely some traumatic brain injuries here.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do anything about that.
They're cartoon characters. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, guys, we got to get inside this inn. It's locked up really tightly. So what are we going to do? It's... Oh, God. I usually forget half the names of these guys.
Is Gib the
Gib?
big guy?
Yes. Gibson.
Yeah.
So he breaks through the door and then breaks through the back of the building. And they're like, "Oh, we should have gone through the back door." Well, he just made the back door, actually. Who knows if it even had one before this.
Listen, he just couldn't stop himself. He's a big man.
Yeah. So now we're just hearing a bunch of scary noises while we're in this inn. We thought we were going to be safer in here. But, and once again, Meadowlark is gaslighting Curly as he does. I almost want to say every time Meadowlark gaslights Curly could be a shenanigan.
Do you want that to count?
Because every time, like, right after that, then, like, something happens. Because, like, after he's like, "Oh, yeah, like, don't worry about it, Curly. Everything's fine. It's your imagination." And then he's also scared because he hears something walking around with chains, and it's terrifying. So Meadowlark is also scared.
Yep.
Really, it is.
It is Jacob Marley.
He's here.
So we're going to count Meadowlark gaslighting Curly shenanigans, correct?
I think so.
All right. I'm going to retroactively count the previous one.
Cool. Amazing.
We're up to how many? 4?
We're at 10.
10?
10
total shenanigans for this episode.
Cool.
And we are 10 minutes into this
10
episode.
minutes, yeah.
It's great. It's a great time here. So, everybody subsequently hides because, yeah, we just heard something walking in here. We don't know what it is. And then we're like, why are we hiding, guys? We need to stop getting scared. We're not getting scared in here. We're going to make some fun noises. We're going to have a basketball game because what else would we do with the Harlem Globetrotters?
No reason not to. They got nothing else to do.
There's at least one, if not 2 basketball games per Globetrotters
Charlie,
episode.
before we get there, we have the Noisy Bones shenanigans.
True. There is the Noisy Bones and the curtains because, yeah, Scooby and Shaggy are hiding in the curtains. It's literally just Scooby's teeth shattering. So, yeah, that's definitely a shenanigan. So everybody gets. But how are we gonna play basketball against the famous Globetrotters?
We're gonna put buckets on shelves.
Yeah, there's a basket, there's a pot. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then they're gonna spot the kids 8 points and play them only to 10 points.
Yep.
Yeah. So basically they're saying the gang is already up 8-0 on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Score 1 field goal and you've won.
Pretty much.
So how many shenanigans are we counting here alone with their little sequence?
Great question. So we've got Scooby stealing the ball.
Yes. He just bites it in his hands.
Yeah, and then him sneaking the ball underneath Shaggy into the trash can.
Yeah.
Is that all 1 or is that 2?
I think that's 2.
Okay.
I think that's 2.
Is this how they came up with the idea for the movie Air Bud?
I would not be surprised. But they're like, we can't be 2 Slumber Scooby-Doo, so we get a golden retriever instead of a Great Dane. Yeah. That way it's legally distinct.
I mean, luckily for them, they did find a golden retriever that was literally able to score.
Yeah.
Basketball. Yeah.
You know, like good for him.
Those shots are real. Those actually happened.
We love Air Bud.
No, like genuinely.
Wait,
like
what?
I'm not even joking here. Like those shots.
The dog actually did play basketball?
Yes. I mean, like some of the shit was fake, but like the shots that were made were real. Like I think the last shot of the game took like 20-ish.
What?
Took like 20-ish attempts, which is less than the attempts taken by Tommy Wiseau to get the famous line from The Room.
Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking insane.
That's crazy. How did he do this?
Just built different.
I guess.
Dog.
Rest in peace, the dog who played Air Bud, whatever his name is.
I think the dog's name was also Buddy.
Yeah, it is Buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was a stray.
No, aw.
He
I
was.
love Airbud.
He was. He did not stay that way.
No. I figured.
Cry about this dog. Don't make
know.
me cry about this dog.
I'm sorry. We'll get away from Airbud. But
oh, I need to rewatch Airbud.
same. No,
Okay.
okay. Imagine you're the kid who gets benched for the dog. How do you feel about this?
Imagine you were the parents of the kid who got benched for a fucking dog.
My brain would be like, typical.
Just my luck, man.
Yep.
Okay. So, Scooby-Doo. So, the gang scored a point. Yay. Which means they're already at 10 points. And then the Globetrotters are like, wait, we can match you. We can make it a tie, don't worry. So we shoot the basket, and then it just keeps bouncing in the basket until it gets to 10.
Yeah,
I think that's a shenanigan.
definitely is how that works.
Yeah, that's totally how that works.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, but hey guys, there's no more scary noises. But more importantly, we need to go to bed because the Globetrotters, as always, have a game tomorrow. We need to get some beauty sleep. Who's gonna do the first watch? It's Curly. Because Meadowlark did a thing. As always. Whoever says me gets the first watch. Curly, will you stand the first watch? Me?
Me? Thanks. Thanks for volunteering, bud.
Yeah. As always. So the gang is going to sleep, and then we see Swampy Pete outside, who is watching the ghosts. This is our first time seeing the ghost of the episode. Who is the ghost of the episode? Ethan.
It's Redbeard Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's go, boys. We in here now.
So Mots, I would highly recommend you look up Redbeard's ghost, Scooby-Doo, because this is the second time he has appeared, and he looked slightly different last time.
Yeah, he was in color last time.
Okay, so now he used to be Redbeard, the color, the red, and now is Redbeard the white?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he was
Gandalf.
yes, exactly. He was resurrected, yeah.
Yeah, unclear. I mean, listen, his design, exactly the same. They just whited him out.
And it's the same for the other pirates, too.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is! Ghost of Redbeard.
Literally,
Go away, ghost ship.
He was Ginger before, so.
Nice.
And, okay, they only have so many pirate designs for this show as well. We've seen
3.
These pirate designs before, also in the Sadie Duncan episode as well.
That's true.
So they just keep bringing these back. They're like, we're not going to design new characters. We're just bringing them back. It's fine.
The whole thing about Hanna-Barbera is that the cartoons they made were cheap.
This is true. This is the first returning bad guy, though.
This is true. Though, here's the thing. It's not the same guy. It's a different guy.
Yeah, no one acknowledges that it's a guy that looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, like, the thing is, the man under the mask, spoilers, is not the same guy from Go Away Ghost Ship. He's a different guy.
Who's to say it's not? Like, we don't actually know who it is.
True.
It's just unnamed oil pirate.
I thought they named him. I don't know.
According to the wiki, we have no name for it. It's just oil pirates as the Ghost of Redbeard and his crew.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
we have no idea.
Then maybe. I don't know.
Who's to say this isn't the same guy from the previous episode who just struck oil?
He could have.
After getting out of jail, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So, we go to everybody's sleep while Curly has a pot on his head and is holding a mop. You know, he's doing the thing. He's doing his rounds.
Yep. Making sure that nobody gets in. And then we have Scooby and Shaggy sleeping in a chest of drawers.
This is a shenanigan because every
shenanigan.
time they snore, the drawers open and close. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. We love to see it.
Commercial break. And then subsequently, Gip is now on watch, and Swampy Pete is like, "Get out of here! Redbeard's ghost is coming!" And then everybody is awake. Swampy Pete is telling them all to get the fuck out again. I'm really warning you this time, guys. Get out of here.
This man really wants them to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, if people were just like chilling in my home, I probably would have wanted that too.
Okay, but he doesn't even live here.
No, that's fair.
It's not his home.
Fair.
Cue the hoodie guy from Mean Girls. She doesn't even go here, right? This is what's happening right now.
I should have counted his earlier thing as a shenanigan where like he was making the sounds to scare them, and then just suddenly he's got an automatic door because he's on like the second floor of this inn that they never go to.
Yeah, I'll add it.
He's just masterminding this entire house.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now Redbeard and his ghosts have arrived, and they're looking for I guess anybody. But I was texting Charlie this. Scooby and Shaggy hiding behind the bar while the pirates are looking for them reminds me of the Velociraptor scene from Jurassic Park with the kids in the kitchen lots.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming you've seen Jurassic Park. Apparently Charlie hasn't.
No, I have not.
I have seen it, but it was a very long time ago.
Okay, so you may not necessarily remember. That's okay.
I don't like scary dinosaurs.
Or like
happy dinosaurs.
the meme of the anime girl hiding underneath the counter with the Terminator.
Interesting.
I don't think I've seen that either.
Okay, hold on. I'll find an example.
You know what this reminded me of? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of in She-Ra.
Uh-huh.
When our actual pirate friend Seahawk and Remister are hiding behind the bar because all of Seahawk's exes are there.
Also not seen that. I am so lost.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Here,
Mods,
I'll drop an example of the meme. There you go.
Ah, I understand. Okay.
You've seen this, Charlie?
Mood. Big mood.
Looks vaguely familiar. Okay. Back to the thing. Yes, the ghost saw light in the inn. They're searching for somebody. Anybody's here. Thankfully, the gang hears something that somebody is coming, and they all hide. But Shaggy and Scooby are, in fact, found first.
Yes. But then Redbeard's like, hey, you're surrounded. But then everybody else pops in and was like, no, you're surrounded.
Yeah, like, there's 3 guys here trying to scare them, and we have the entire Mystery Gang and all of the Harlem Globetrotters. So that's how many fucking guys in this
12.
group?
I think 12 plus the 3 pirates.
Yeah, because we got like 7 Globetrotters, 5 gang, so there you go.
And then we get some more shenanigans as Fred fucking kicks a couch into one of the pirates' legs.
Yeah, have a seat.
Like,
that man does not skip leg day.
No, he doesn't. And apparently he can bench press 220, so that man's getting good full body workouts. Good for him.
Yeah, I respect it. I could never.
I love how Redbeard is just like, I don't care how many of you there are, we're gonna get you. Even though
gonna get you.
This logically should not work.
No. But I guess so one of the pirates is chasing after Shaggy and Scooby, who are trying to climb up the banister, and Gip jumps, I guess, on a loose floorboard because the other pirate is shot straight up into the ceiling.
Yep, this is fine. Meadowlark hits one with a basketball in the face. Redbeard tries to grab Shaggy and Scooby once again on the banister. And then one of the pirates has fucking taken off one of the poles or something. Just ripped it clean off. And is attacking the Globetrotters with it. But, oh god, what's the little guy's name?
What is his name?
Mugsy Bogues. No.
No. No. Mott's no.
I wish.
I'm so bad at this. Remembering who is who of the Globetrotters. So I can remember like 3 of them. Pablo.
Yeah.
Okay, Pablo's the little one.
Okay.
So yeah, he like jumps on this pole and sends the guy flying, as you do.
Yep. A couple of the other Globetrotters chuck a potted plant at one of the pirates coming at them with a net.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Curly actually tosses the potted plant.
And this guy was kind of chatting Daphne in the net. Fred is running from Redbeard. And then what does he do? He opens a door. Tell me this is not the best shenanigan.
It's iconic.
Tell me it's not.
It's iconic.
What's in the room?
Bowling balls?
Either bowling balls or cannonballs is the other option, because they're pirates.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still like, what? Huh?
But he rolls all the way across the room through a different door, which Daphne shuts. And apparently he didn't go far enough away because he just comes right back inside.
Yeah. He's like, you asked for it. I'm going to bring out the rest of my crew. And then...
He brings out a little projector.
Was anyone else fooled by this? I don't think anybody but the gang was fooled by this. He's got a little skull, and it projects red, blue, and yellow ghosts all over the walls. It's like, oh, they're scaring everybody. It's a projector.
They've never seen a projector in their lives.
Never. Listen, they're all
high. They've gone to the movies. They know what projectors are.
No.
They're all high as fuck.
Shaggy is the dealer, so he's got some good shit if they don't know what a projector is.
Listen, they even got the Globetrotters of his stash, so...
Also, I just want to mention that, like, when they open the door with the all the balls, and like every single ball managed to roll into the other door, and no,
right. That's why it's a shenanigan, because there's no way that would actually happen.
Yeah.
Ready? Absolutely. Okay, so they're like, okay, we give up. You can take us away. It's fine. He's like, I'm gonna put you in the brig. Wahaha. I'm 300
And Daphne's
years
like,
old.
isn't that a little corny? And he's like, yeah, my day was 300 years ago. It's going to sound corny to you, you idiots.
Like, I'm a fucking ghost pirate. What do you expect? And then Velma's like, you can't be a ghost, actually, because you're not disappearing with the dawn, so you can't be a ghost. But then Redbeard sees Swampy Pete in the distance and is like, fuck, we gotta bounce. You guys are fine for now. If I see you again, we're gonna get you. Smoke bomb!
And then 22 minutes into the episode, we find our first clue.
Yeah, they disappeared without a trace. They disappeared into the dawn, and then we see footprints. So we're gonna get out of here. We need to leave.
Scooby is aggressively sniffing the floor for something.
Crossed it off the bingo card. He is a bloodhound today. He's looking for food? No, he's looking for clues, actually. And
hell yeah.
The clue was the floor. The floor opening up. And somehow closing back up again when they're gone. Because the others don't see any of this. That they fall into the floor. I think that's a shenanigan because they didn't notice. Especially. Yeah.
We also, and the pirates are just like, must just be a log. Which is ironic considering what happened earlier with them.
They passed their stealth checks. Were they even trying to? No, it was a passive stealth check.
Shitty DM that's making them do stealth checks like that. Or they rolled nat 20s multiple times.
Yeah. Or wait, everybody else failed their perception check. And then they passed their stealth check for upsetting the pirates. So,
yes.
Velma finds this secret door on the floor because they're Scooby snacks. They wouldn't leave those behind. She almost falls in and is like, oh, look, there's a secret dock right underneath the inn. That's how we heard them the first time.
Okay, but there's no ladder, so...
There is actually a ladder.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it the first time I rewatched it, but then I was like, oh, I see. There's a ladder, but it's still concerning that you could just like step on it and fall all the way down.
Yeah. So then one of the Globetrotters sees the pirates coming out, and he sees Scooby in the back, and Scooby holds up a sign that says help.
Yeah, because like Daphne's asking, oh, is there any sign that they're in trouble? Just one, a sign that Scooby's holding up that says help. Shenaniganery. Where did you get that sign from? Hammer Space?
Apparently.
Seriously. So we're gonna go down there and we're gonna go save Scooby and Shaggy, who are using the Scooby snacks as a trail in the water. Haha, they got some brain cells today.
Hey, sometimes when you're high, you get good ideas.
Yeah, except it wasn't the greatest idea because the fish do eat the Scooby snacks.
Yeah, I mean...
Sadly. It's all they had. So they were doing their best.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I love how Fred, Velma, and Meadowlark get in this little boat to try to go chase everybody. And then Velma's like, you're not pulling it fast enough. You gotta pull it faster. So, Pablo
revs it up, and the boat, I guess, is so good at being a boat that it takes part of the dock off with it.
I think it was still tied to the dock. That's the problem. They didn't untie it.
It was. No, they didn't.
But I love Curly being like, you didn't leave us behind. You know I'd never leave you behind, Curly. I love it. I love it so much.
Shenaniganery.
So, they see the cookies in the water. They're following this trail of Scooby Snack. And Shaggy and Scooby are scared because Redbeard's going to disappear forever. So they might disappear too. It's not great.
Yeah.
And then we go to the boat. Hey, that doesn't look like a pirate ship. What's up with that? Why don't it look like a pirate ship, Ethan? What's going on here?
Because technically, it's not.
Yeah, it's just a boat.
It's a barge. It's a regular old barge. Boat.
Yeah. Also, there's a fourth pirate that we meet up with.
Yeah, the first newly designed character in this episode, I guess.
Is he, even though his design looks similar to all of the other ones?
It does, but it's fine.
Yeah. So Shaggy and Scooby are found out.
Yes.
And they have to run the fuck away. So they're jumping on the rope up to the ship, and somehow these guys are magical because the new ghost pirate that we've met is now at the deck of the ship, just waiting for them to climb all the way up. So, give it the old 1-3. We're gonna swing and swing and swing all the way up to the top of the ship without getting to him.
It didn't work. It's shenaniganery. It's on the count. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Then there's Slippery Sam,
who sends a bucket.
A bucket with soap. I have questions, sir.
Also, Homeboy has the dogs out for free. Homie, you could get splinters. Don't do that.
We have two pirates who do not have shoes on because piratey shenanigans.
Pirates wore shoes. It's not that ridiculous to assume that.
Apparently these guys don't, so I don't know. They're part of the Barefoot Society, I guess. Did you know that's a thing?
They're hobbits.
No, I didn't know the Barefoot Society was a thing.
That is a thing that exists.
You know, now that I think about it, ask Abby about a player for the Bills named Mac Hollins. He's a weird dude, but I think he's part of those people.
Interesting. I can try to, if I remember.
Does he not wear shoes?
He doesn't wear shoes.
Incredible.
Outside of when he's playing, he doesn't wear shoes.
Oh, thank God he's wearing them when he's playing.
I mean, that would make sense to me. Is that Barefoot Society? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a traditional hippie, so like, I guess I can't be surprised. But
true. So bucket with soap is a shenanigan. If you didn't already count it.
Is that including it landing on top of the pirate's head? Slippery Sam's head.
How does it land on his head? Oh, it just
slips and kicks it, and it lands on his head.
Yeah, I'll give it 2, because that's just ridiculous, because I don't understand why he sent that after them in the first place.
It's what he had.
Shaggy and Scooby get below deck. Somehow. They hide in a trunk for a few seconds until figuring out they need to get the fuck out of here. Again. Is this the way out? This door? No! Ah! It's a pirate flag! Oh wait, it's just a pirate flag. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Shenaniganery?
Yeah. I'll give it to them. I need to make y'all roll for scared more often. I'm not gonna lie. This is reminding me.
I'm not part of the scared gang, though.
No, I think I need to make everyone roll for scared. They just have disadvantage. So
okay, fine.
There's a difference.
But then they open the door the second time, and Redbeard's there.
Yeah. Well, first, if you're not counting this as a shenanigan, we can't be friends anymore, because Scooby opens the door, is like, nope, that's not the way out. And then Shaggy opens the door and is like, yeah, that's definitely not the way out. And then Redbeard opens the door and is like, what the fuck are you doing? They use the rule of 3.
Yep. And then I guess Slippery Sam's recovered from his head trauma.
Yeah, because they run to the next door and open it, and it's him, and he's like, which way do they go? Scooby's like, that way. The deception check's here.
Shenaniganery.
Truly. So once again, we're running away from Slippery Sam and Redbeard. They run through a porthole and end up on the same fucking rope that they started on. The same guy is up on the deck. We're just going in circles here, man. I don't know what to tell you. That's a shenanigan.
Yep.
But we go back to the rest of the gang, who have found, I think, the Scooby snack bag. Yeah, in the water. And an alligator who looks like he just had lunch. Terrifying, guys.
Interesting.
I love how Daphne's like, if only you could talk. And then she hears Shaggy's voice in the day. He's screaming for them, and they are like, what's this thing? There's no more swamp here. There's like this big green tarp? Unclear what the heck is going on here. But like, the pirates went through this earlier, so Scooby and Shaggy kind of missed it. And they also
Meanwhile, Scooby and Shaggy are still hanging from this rope.
Yeah, they are. The gang did see Swampy Pete, and they think that he's calling Redbeard, because, you know, he's a creepy guy, obviously. They must, like, be hanging out, be, buds, even though he literally told them to not get involved with Redbeard. Your logic is not logicking today, guys.
When does it ever?
True. They're really bad at mystery.
In this iteration, at least.
Yeah. Scooby and Shaggy have swung all the way onto the deck once again, and I can't understand what's happening. I can't.
So,
for the life of me.
Shaggy is messing with this lever, and he shoves it down, and I guess that's the magic lever that turns this barge into a pirate ship. That's how that works, I guess.
I just want to know how... Yeah.
Okay, good.
Shaggy was like, oh yeah, there's a belaying pen. I'm gonna belay you with this belaying pen. I don't know what the fuck that means. What is it supposed
belaying,
to do?
At least in my experience, belaying is... So if you're climbing, like rock climbing with a harness, belaying is somebody who's down on the ground, making sure you don't fall.
What does that mean for a pirate ship?
There could be multiple definitions, but that's the one that I know.
Yeah, I just want to know what Shaggy thinks he's going to accomplish. Obviously, the pirate knows what it's going to do, so that's why he's like, don't do that, don't touch it.
It's a rock climbing.
Yeah, belay means to stop or secure a line. So Shaggy just doesn't know what he's talking about.
Unless maybe he thinks that it's going to release a rope to that.
It could.
Maybe? I don't know.
I guess.
Again, I'm still, like, kind of lost. But Shaggy and Scooby end up on the top of one of the masts. So, they did get away. It did help them.
It did. Meanwhile, the Globetrotters and the Smart Gang rip the tarp down.
Yeah, and now they've turned into the Swamp Monster, guys. We have finished the circle of the Swamp Monster for the episode.
Yes.
It is here. They are the Swamp Monster. Become the Swamp Monster you want to see in the world.
Exactly.
They actually do look like a crocodile, I'm not gonna lie, because like it looks like there's a tail swaying in the water. So they're like, "Ha, Redbeard, we have you now!" And Redbeard's like, "All hands, get him!" But you only added one guy to your group, so
right. There's still 7 Globetrotters and 3 members of the gang that you haven't caught. You're still beat in the numbers game here.
Truly. And then there's Swampy Pete in the background, who's like, "Now we got him!" Swampy Pete, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
What are you doing, sir?
And then fucking Pablo beats up one of the Pirates of the Basketball somehow.
That's how you do it, man. And then we have 2 pirates surrounding Fred and Daphne with like the little clubs that like police officers use, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And Shaggy and Scooby see this. They're like, "Oh, we have to help them. We got to do something." We didn't have to do this though. They let go. They fall right on top of the pirates. Something should have been broken by that.
The pirates are broken.
Probably. I mean, Shaggy and Scooby should also be a little bit broken.
Yeah.
So Scooby has hunger pains. He's not, actually in pain, but he's hungry. As am I. Redbeard is gonna use a big net.
It's not gonna work because what happens is they give him the old switcheroo, and what happens is the guys get into a pyramid, and the pirates jump at them, right? While the other guys swoop underneath, and Redbeard catches his own guys in the net.
I think. Okay, I know what you think you're seeing, but I thought it was just that Gip, jumped on the thing as they were jumping.
Jumped on the what?
The plank. I thought
maybe.
That's what he did. So he could switch them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that is what he did because he did that earlier.
Because he does, the strong guy thing of like.
Yeah.
Gotta jump on the plank. Okay.
Yes.
And then we finally figure out what the fuck the ghosts are doing in the episode. Because we have struck oil. More specifically, Shaggy has struck oil.
As he's flailing around on this oil hose.
Yeah.
Shenaniganery.
So everybody climbs onto the ship. They're trying to get away from this. And now everybody's there, even the pirates. Redbeard's like, "Oh, I'm gonna summon the rest of my crew. Wahaha, wahaha. Gang, I can't root for you right now. Why are you scared?
No. You're being too dumb.
These fucking projections. So, this man is so in character. Redbeard is so fucking in character that he's like, "You're gonna go below and we're gonna vanish into our other world. We're gonna make you ghosts too. Wahaha." Because he can't just say we're gonna kill you. But, no. But he's so in character.
But then Swampy Pete's like, "Hey kids, you wanna come over the side?"
It's Gremlin Man. Such a Gremlin
really
Man.
Is Gremlin Man.
I get why the gang didn't trust this man.
I wouldn't.
I still don't, actually.
He is a cop, so that's fair.
You're not wrong.
And then our last pirate ship shenanigan, where
it all just folds up.
Yeah, Scooby and Shaggy are like, "Wait, which way do we go? Which way do we go?" And then Scooby's like, "Oh, you're right. We got to go that way, Shaggy." And yeah, his feet touch the belaying pin, and it all folds up. Redbeard is now trapped. We have trapped them all underneath the ship.
We haven't gotten a ton of traps this season, so I'm happy when we get one.
Yeah, and now we have our little wrap up. We don't have an unmasking, as we said. It doesn't matter who this guy is. He's just.
No.
He struck oil. The more important unmasking is that of Swampy Pete, who's had a police helicopter circling so he could arrest these guys. And almost like, "You can't be a swamp rat. No way." He's like, "You're right. Haha, takes off the mask. I'm actually a cop. Secret cop."
Yeah, no, I trust you less now than I did before.
Right. Well, because, the thing is, rednecks used to hate cops, so.
Yep.
I mean, that's how. Okay, So, fun fact, that's how NASCAR began. Because back in the 20s, when Prohibition was happening, there were these people, these bootleggers, that would take booze in the back of their car and they'd drive as fast as they could. And then once alcohol became legal again, they were like, hey, we got people who are good at racing. Let's just keep doing that.
I love that.
Why not? Why not? I was going to say right now, Fred is hiding behind the rest of the gang so that this guy doesn't arrest him for avoiding the draft.
Yep.
This is our running gang.
So we get a helicopter to Miami.
Yay! We're not going to miss the big game!
Hell yeah.
It's always a big game.
At the end of every single Globetrotters episode, there is a big game to be had.
Yes.
It's a flop.
Yep.
So
but we get
Globetrotters-
some of the most shenanigans packed into 3 minutes I have ever seen.
Because it's the Harlem fucking Globetrotters.
On steroids.
All right.
I mean, they're a cartoon.
So first we've got the 3-man, 3 stacked men on top of each other.
Yes, because that's legal.
Absolutely legal.
Also, Curly just like kicking the ball.
Yep. We've also got Pablo grabbing the ball as it's going into the basket, coming down with it through the hoop.
Yeah.
And then Gip launching him across the court into a fire, to two of the other guys who are waiting to launch him into the air.
Yeah. You know, he's got knee pads on, so he'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
That's definitely how that works.
Yeah, I feel like that one is...
We've also got...
got
one of the other guys on a tiny motorcycle with a net.
Yeah.
I think it's Bobby Joe, or it's Geese.
I'm not sure.
But
yeah, there are so many weird things that don't make basketball sense in this. But also, I love it.
We got one of the other guys putting a coin on the ground and using the defender as a springboard to score.
Yeah, that's fine. One of the guys just happens to have a goldfish that he throws into the air so that the other team will grab it so he can grab the ball instead.
That's emotional manipulation.
Yeah, which I feel like is definitely illegal in regular professional basketball, but that's not the case here. We've got a guy on a trapeze coming in to take care of that.
We've got Metal Arc on like, oh god, what is this thing? What is this thing?
It's a forklift.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a fucking forklift with one of the other members of the team on it, taking the ball to the other hoop. Curly,
Beautiful.
dressed as a policeman, doing the stop sign, and who is it? Somebody else on like a tiny little tricycle.
I would say it's Pablo, but then we get
it's probably Pablo. We also got Metal Arc with a mask.
Yes,
You're counting every single one of these, right?
I am. We get Pablo with the kite and Curly with the bellows pushing it in.
That's the most ridiculous. Like, that's gotta take work.
And then to end it all, we get a pipe underneath the hoop running through the court into the other hoop.
The thing is, the other team is playing normal basketball.
Yes.
It's just the Globetrotters that are allowed all of these stunts.
Correct.
Seems unfair.
Also, I don't know what the name of this team is supposed to be. Because on the stadium, when they come in, it says Harlem Globetrotters versus Miami Marauders. And then on the scoreboard, it calls them the Skyscrapers.
Incredible. I did not know that.
I don't know.
That's amazing.
But then we have Shaggy ordering a burger by way of Pete. He's going to get them food. Apparently they also have a reward coming. We never see it. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe this burger is part of it. He's just getting them. And Scooby grabs this burger, runs onto the court, hides amongst the Globetrotters' little huddle up. Shaggy's like, where'd he go? Where's Scooby? I thought he was over here. And
well, because Gip tosses him away.
Literally just throws him into the basket. Scooby is just like, chilling, sitting, butt in the basket, finishes off this burger. Shaggy's like, oh, come on. And that's where the episode ends. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. We did it, guys. These episodes are getting longer because the shenanigans are getting even more.
Yeah, we're already over our normal time, but we also went on tangents. So, Charlie, to end things off, do you want to know how many shenanigans we had?
Oh, I thought we were going to do trivia first.
Oh, sure. We'll leave it in suspense then.
All right. Well, it is terror time again. It's time for some trivia. This is the first of 3 appearances of the Harlem Globetrotters, making them the guest stars with the most episodes. They next appear in the Loch Ness Mess, followed by the season 2 debut, The Mystery of Haunted Island, respectively.
This is one of the few episodes of Scooby-Doo where none of the villains are unmasked at all.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. One of the pirates is named Slippery Sam.
Because I guess that's what we definitely needed that to be pointed out to us. It's fine.
I love that. That's the only mention of Slippery Sam on this wiki.
The character models of Redbeard and his henchmen, with the exception of the third one. I don't know what they mean by the third one. But
the third pirate that's introduced. That's not Redbeard.
The bigger guy.
Makes sense. Yeah. The character models of Redbeard and his henchmen are recycled from the Scooby-Doo Where Are You episode Go Away Ghost Ship, except they are all white. No reference is made to the previous case, probably to avoid an already awkward situation. Nice.
Thank you, fan wiki editors, for doing that. That bit of copy there. You or me, Charlie? Wait, no. You read the Slippery Sam one. Footage used in the basketball sequence is lifted from the December 5th, 1970 episode of Harlem Globetrotters Shook Up Sheriff.
So they just recycled Hanna-Barbera animation. There you go. Hanna-Barbera. The budget is 2 paper clips and a ham sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So, Ethan, what is our final shenanigan count for the episode?
Charlie,
is it higher than the count of minutes? Is it higher than the runtime?
Yes, it is.
Yes!
Holy shit.
Charlie,
shit.
we have over 1 shenanigan per minute count of 48.
Hell yeah. That's incredible.
It's because of the amount of characters. The more characters you get, the more shenanigans there are.
Oh, hell yeah.
48 shenanigans. That is more than 1 per minute in this episode.
Amazing.
God. Beautiful. All right, my friends, what is our Scooby Snack rating for this episode? What would you rate this out of 5, Mods?
I was a little confused for a while with the whole part of the episode missing, but I'm not gonna subtract any any Scooby snacks for that. It's not the episode's fault. It's whoever uploaded this to YouTube. I'm gonna give this a solid, because I very much enjoyed this. I also enjoy basketball. Some of the rule bending was a little bit hurtful to my brain, but I'm gonna give this a solid 4 out of 5.
Okay, Charlie.
I do enjoy this episode,
mm-hmm.
but I also know what Globetrotter episodes are coming.
Yes.
So I don't know if this is their best one. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Okay.
I think it's a solid 3.5. It's definitely above average.
I was going to give it a 3. So that makes my math pretty easy, because Mott said 4, you said 3.5, I said 3. So
that's a good old 3.5 on average.
Yes.
And lastly, our question is, whose side are we on for this episode? Are we on the side of our crooked oil men / pirates? Are we on the side of the gang? Are we on the side of the Globetrotters who just want to make it to the big game? Are we on the side of Swampy Pete?
Well, he's a cop, so no.
Right.
I feel like we're unanimous in, like, he's just a weird cop dude.
I don't like oil people or cops.
Yep.
So...
And the gang was too stupid today.
And the gang was very stupid. So I'm going with the Harlem Globetrotters on this one.
I am on the side, as always, of Curly.
That was also true for the Three Stooges episode last week, so...
Yes,
Can I say...
Curly Joe.
Can I pick the fish that's eating the Scooby snacks? Is that a team?
This is also a good team, because, listen, the fish just want to eat some Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
They're hungry.
Uh-huh. Yep. And if not, I guess I'm going to go with the Harlem Globetrotters.
I'm putting it on there. There are no rules.
Hell yeah.
No rules.
We love to hear it.
We initially were just like, hey, sometimes these guys are anti-capitalist, so maybe sometimes we'll be on the side of the villain. Oftentimes,
not this time.
They are also just dirty capitalists. Sadly, It's more 90 to 10% of capitalists, non-capitalists. So,
but this is what we've got.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mots, thank you so much for joining us for
Thank you so much for having me.
Wild ride. We'll be sure to get you on again. For
Yes.
Scooby-Doo show.
Yes.
Yep.
I cannot wait.
We might be there for a while, so...
Oh yeah, that one has 3 seasons. It's a glorious time. Listen, Ethan, if you don't have the Scooby-Doo show's theme song in your head when we watch that one, you're doing it wrong.
Okay.
It's infectious.
I've never seen it. I don't know what it is right now.
It's wonderful.
All right.
I can't wait till we someday have to rate all of the theme songs.
Ooh.
When do you want to do that? Because we've got a while before we're caught up. So,
we'll see. That all depends on when we start talking about a bonus.
True.
Mm-hmm. So, Mats, do you want the people to find you on the internet? Perhaps.
Not really. I don't really care.
I was gonna say you could find Mats on Hive.
Y'all are still doing this bit after how long?
I forgot about the Hive thing.
It's a hilarious bit because remember when we all abandoned Twitter for Hive? No, not really.
No. I've abandoned Twitter for Blue Sky, so
Same.
That's where I'm at now.
There's so many. There's so many possible options.
There are. I didn't like Mastodon very much. Thread has gone to shit. So
I do use Threads sometimes, but it's not good.
Yeah.
I think the correct answer is Tumblr, but
okay, Charlie, I've not been on Tumblr in my 24 years of existence. If I start now, it's going to be bad.
Same.
Ethan, maybe we need to start a Mysteries in the Machine Tumblr.
Maybe.
I think this is the next evolution.
I mean, I thought about making a Mysteries in the Machine Blue Sky account where we just put out random Scooby-Doo shit.
I mean, it would make Blue Sky better.
Thank you.
This is true.
It's already pretty good. So.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
I know
It's certainly better than Twitter.
Well, I haven't used Twitter since Elon bought it, so...
Yeah, same. The only thing that I see on Blue Sky is all of the posts by Ethan, so...
Listen,
repost things from Ethan.
Thank you, Charlie. I will tag Charlie in things sometimes, specifically as it relates to either fandom things or how picky they are. So...
Thank you for calling me out on this public forum.
It's fine.
Okay.
I had to make sure that I was in fact following the both of you on Blue Sky, and I was.
I'm sure you are.
Mats, if I'm not following you, I would be very surprised.
I think I immediately was just like, who out of my list of people do I need to follow? Who is on here? I tried to check for all the people. Some people are still yet to move over. Threads was at least easy, because I could move all of my Instagram shit directly over.
Yeah.
But I guess Threads is now bad too. I don't know, man. I barely use Threads.
That's okay. Mods, why don't I see Weird?
You can
What's your
find them
username
at...
again? You can DM it to me later.
Okay, let's end this fucking podcast today.
Yes, let's.
Y'all, we're gonna go split up and look for clues for our next mystery. Bye!
Bye.
You can follow this podcast socials at Mysteries in the Machine Pod on Instagram. You can send a message to our email, mysteriesinthemachinepod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Ethan, on Instagram and Threads at ethan.t.hewlin. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram.
Yo ho, yo ho.
A pirate's life for me. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. What?
Vibes. I don't know. This is just good vibes today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just happy.
okay. Do y'all remember on like 2008 internet where the debate was pirates or ninjas? I was always firmly team pirate. Every time.
I think I would also be firmly team pirate. The only thing I have for ninjas is TMNT.
That's fair.
But like, sadly, I have too many pirate likes. So
yeah. Actually, I think 2008 me probably would have been Team Ninja because of the Ninja Turtles. So yeah,
that's completely fair. I just loved Pirates of the Caribbean more than I loved TMNT.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm coming from.
A really great Scooby-Doo crossover, TMNT do.
Oh,
does that exist? It should have. It doesn't.
I don't think it exists because TMNT is like Nickelodeon, or at least like I think Nickelodeon like owns all of this.
Charlie,
streaming stuff for them.
Charlie, we have good news.
Yes,
it exists.
It exists. Where does it exist?
Scooby-Doo and TMNT Mutant Mystery. It came out in... When did it come out?
What is it? Is it a movie? Is it a game?
It's a direct-to-video movie.
Oh, the best kind.
Where is this? I have not heard of this.
I could have sworn...
Crossover. No, that's fanon. This is fanon.
Oh, dang it. Okay. I could have sworn... Well, I'm looking at the TMNT wiki, and it's looking at... says Scooby-Doo and TMNT Mutant Mystery.
Wiki. Yeah, it's a fanon wiki.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Ethan, how dare you do this to me?
Okay, I didn't read enough into it, okay? That's my fault.
Yeah. Always double check to see if it's a fanon wiki versus a just like straight up, media wiki. Because they are a little bit confusing sometimes. But I'm so glad there's a lot of fan art and things for this because people want it.
Okay. It also looks like there was supposed to be one coming out last year? Huh? What?
I wouldn't doubt it.
But I didn't see that. I don't know. Either way, if Batman can cross over with the Ninja Turtles, why can't Scooby-Doo? They're both owned by WB.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think that the problem is, at least for like streaming or like what have you, it's because it's like Paramount versus like HBO, WB. I think that's the issue there. Comic wise, I feel like it might be a better, like it seems like it was closer to be existing. Maybe,
I think so.
Who owns the TMNT comics?
I'm not sure.
It might still be.
Is it Marvel?
IDW.
What? Okay, Archie Comics made TMNT stuff in the 80s and 90s.
Huh.
Interesting. That's That's like Scooby-Doo adjacent.
Yeah.
Yes? So
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I feel like it would be a rights issue, probably, was why it hasn't happened yet, but it should happen. Anyway,
I
let's
agree.
talk about this episode.
Yes.
Because this has nothing to do with TMNT.
It's fine. Both iconic theme songs in different ways, but...
Correct.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yet again, this gives us virtually nothing for me to do, but we're gonna try.
You gotta be really good at extrapolating and
Yes.
You know,
yes. There's not as much for me to work with,
some
so I'll try. All right.